Good evening. I am lucky enough to find myself with some more time to myself, and I'd like to share something else with you. I can see that a lot of people have been enjoying The Little Soul and the Sun. Thank you for sharing, and I'm glad that you are enjoying the story. I have another one to share with you that's quite similar. It's by the same author, Neil Donald Walsh, and it's called The Little Soul and the Earth. I'm somebody, and I hope that you will enjoy this one as much as the last one. And thank you for tuning in and listening. So please find yourself somewhere comfortable to relax. Sitting or laying quietly while I read this next story with you. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale, closing your eyes and relax. Breathing in and exhale. Okay, I'll read a little synopsis from the book. The Little Soul and the Earth is a delightful, vividly told tale from the team that created The Little Soul and the Sun. It exemplifies the vital truth that God is with us always, no matter where our own adventures lead, and no matter how many times we may forget that truth, gently reminding us that beauty and love are all around. The world of the joyous little soul is a place your child will want to visit again and again. Your inner child, always looking for love. Love your inner child. Okay, are you ready? To all the little souls everywhere, which means to every one of us, for we, each of us, are little souls, embraced by the big soul that we call God. May we feel that embrace every day, and may the stories of the little soul open our hearts to sharing that embrace with others. Once upon no time, there was a little soul who said to God, "I don't want to leave you." "Good," God said with a big smile, "because you don't ever have to." But the little soul did not understand, because this was the very day on which the little soul was going to be born. And the little soul thought that when you are born, you leave heaven. In fact, the little soul was already standing in line, only a few steps away from the doorway to earth. "Should I be afraid?" the little soul asked. "No, no, no," said God, smiling again. "In fact, this is a day to be happy. This is your birthday." "I know," the little soul cried, "but it's also the day that I'll be leaving you and saying goodbye to heaven, and that makes me sad." God gave the little soul a big hug. "I will be with you always. It's impossible to leave me, because I'm with you wherever you go." "You are?" asked the little soul, eyes wide with hope. And God answered immediately, Yes, I am. All you have to do, if you want me, is to call out to me, and you'll see that I'll always be there. Oh, what if things don't go right? The little soul asked, starting to tremble. I mean, always is a long time. What if I mess up? Will you still be there, or will you be mad and stay away? Of course not, God answered, smiling. I will never be mad at you. Why would I be mad just because you made a mistake? Everybody makes mistakes. Even you, the little soul wanted to know. Wow, God laughed. There is asparagus. The little soul was feeling better already. Okay, so you'll be around all the time. That's good to know. That's almost like being in heaven. God smiled. It is being in heaven. You can't leave heaven because heaven is the only thing I ever created. Heaven is everywhere you go. You cannot leave heaven. Even on earth? Can I be heaven on earth? Now there was a twinkle in God's eye, especially on earth. Earth is one of the most wonderful places in heaven. Then, said the little soul, I'm ready to go. This is going to be fun. Yes, it is, God agreed. More fun than you know. And don't worry about a thing, even if you forget what I told you. Even if you forget about me, you'll have a very special friend to help you. The little soul was shocked. Forget about you? How could anybody forget about God? Oh, God smiled. You'd be surprised. Some people forget about me over and over, and almost everybody forgets about me, once or twice. Well, I won't, declared the little soul solemnly. I'll never forget about you. God said, That's very nice, but don't worry if you do. You will always have Melvin. Melvin? Who's Melvin? The little soul asked. Your very special friend. Melvin is an angel who has agreed to be with you all of your life, so that no matter what happens, you will have someone to help you. Wow, said the little soul, an angel who guards you. That's right, God said. That's why we call them guardian angels. See, yours is right over there, waiting to take you to earth. Hold it, the little soul said. You're telling me I have a guardian angel named Melvin? Well, God said with a wink, Clarence wasn't available. Oh, the little soul nodded, pretending to understand, although the little soul did not understand at all. Melvin will be with you all the time, and he'll explain everything, God assured. But right now you have to hurry. Look, your turn is next. You're about to be born. And it was true. The little soul was only one step away from the doorway to earth, and there was no one ahead in line. The little soul sang happily, I get to have a body, I get to have a body. Yes, you do, God said with a big grin. Okay then, off you go. Have a wonderful time, and don't forget to call me if you need me. And so it was that the little soul was born. Wow, I'm somebody, the little soul sang out the moment after becoming a baby. It sounded like crying to everyone else in the room, but the little soul was actually singing, I'm not a soul anymore, now I've got a body. Yes, now you're somebody, Melvin joined in the singing from across the room. A lot of people were crowding around the baby, and Melvin wanted to make sure they had plenty of space. Just then, the little soul heard one of the people say, It's a girl, and everyone oohed and ahed, and some even clapped their hands. Welcome, Megan, said one of them. Is that my name? The little soul asked. Sure is, Melvin beamed. Aren't you excited? I am, the little soul replied. At least, I think I am. She wondered about this, because just then she was picked up by someone she didn't even know. It's okay, Melvin assured her. She's a doctor. She's just going to see how much you weigh and how big you are, and check out your body to make sure that everything is perfect. And while the doctor and nurses were doing this, the little soul couldn't stop thinking. Finally, she asked, "Is it good to be a girl?" "Of course it is. It's wonderful," Melvin replied. "Is it better than being a boy?" "Nope." "You mean being a boy is better than being a girl?" "Nope." "You mean that neither one is better?" "That's exactly what I mean," Melvin said approvingly. "And don't ever let anyone tell you anything different." "Why would anyone want to do that?" Megan wondered. "Well," Melvin replied, "some people don't understand what you now know as a baby. They grow up and they forget things." "Yeah," Megan agreed. "Someone was just telling me about how we forget things, but I can't remember who it was." "I'll remind you later," Melvin promised. "But right now, you have to get used to having a body." The little soul named Megan looked around the room. She saw lots of other bodies, and everybody seemed busy doing something very important. "Do you have a body too?" she asked Melvin. "Guardian angels don't have bodies," her friend explained, "but they can look like they have a body, if it makes things easier." "Should I pretend to have a body now and then so that you can see me?" "Sure," Megan said, "that would be fun." And so, just like that, Melvin took the shape of a person. He stood right next to a nurse who was now giving Megan a bath. "Hey, I can see you," Megan exclaimed. "Good. Now try to hold a picture of me in your memory, because before too long you may not be able to see me anymore." "Why not? Are you going away?" "God said you would be my special friend forever and be with me every minute." "I will be with you every minute," Melvin said firmly. "I'm not going anywhere. But sometimes, when you tell other people that you see your special friend, they may try to convince you that I'm not here." Megan was amazed. "How come?" she asked. "Because they can't see me, and so they don't believe you're actually seeing me either. And so they'll say that I'm in your imagination." "Are you?" The little soul blinked her eyes. "Well, yes, of course," Melvin answered, "but that doesn't mean I'm not real. Everything in your imagination can be as real as you make it. Always remember that." Megan thought about this for a long time. Well, a long time for a baby anyway, which is about a minute. Then a funny look crossed her face. "Hey," she said, "this water is getting cold." Melvin moved quickly to the nurse. "Oh my gosh, she made a mistake," he told the little soul. "She let the water cool down without adding some warm. I'll see if I can make her think about it." Then Melvin whispered into the nurse's ear. Sure enough, the nurse just at that moment poured some nice warm water over Megan. "It was a mistake," Melvin said again. "Will you forgive her?" The little soul thought and thought. Finally she said, "What does forgive her mean?" It was then that Melvin understood that he was really going to have a lot of work to do. Why, the little soul had forgotten why she even came to Earth. She went through the doorway to Earth and forgot everything. She didn't even remember that she asked to be born so that she could experience what it was like to forgive someone. "I'll tell you about what it means to forgive in just a bit," the guardian angel told Megan. "It's a pretty big explanation, and you're busy right now." And she certainly was. The nurse was drying Megan off with a big soft towel, and then everyone was checking her hands and her feet and her ears and everything. They seemed pretty happy because everyone was saying, "What a beautiful baby, she's perfect." "So," said the little soul, "what's next, now that I have a body and know who I am?" "Who do you think you are?" asked Melvin. I'm this," Megan said, pointing to her body. "This is who I am." "No, it's not," Melvin laughed. "I know it's who you think you are, but your body is not yours." "Your body is not you," he said. "It's yours." "Your body is not you. It's yours." Still Megan did not understand. Huh? Melvin laughed again. I said your body is not you. It's yours. That means your body is not who you are. It's something that you have. Like a toy? Megan asked. Melvin thought for a moment. More like a tool to build something with. But what will I be building? A life, said Melvin. And just how do I build a life using my body? Asked Megan. By experiencing, Melvin responded, sounding very much like a professor in a big college somewhere. Experiencing what? Experiencing whatever you want to experience that you cannot experience unless you have a body. Melvin wondered whether the little soul would be able to understand. Well, I'll tell you what I want to experience right now, Megan blurted out. And it's a good thing that guardian angels can understand baby cry, because no one else in the room had any idea what she was saying. I want to experience being warm. I'm getting cold again. I wish someone would bring me a blankie. And can you believe it? Just then a woman brought over a soft, warm blanket, wrapping it snugly around the baby. Wow, did you see that? Megan cried out. All I did was wish that someone would bring me a blankie, and a blankie showed up. Isn't that great? Melvin chuckled softly. That's how it works. That's how what works? That's how life works. You can wish for something, and just like that, you can get it. Megan could hardly believe her ears. Really, she asked, all I have to do is wish? Well, it helps if you wish upon a star, Melvin smiled, but it's not absolutely necessary. There's only one thing that's absolutely necessary. What's that? Megan asked eagerly. Faith. Faith? Yep, Melvin went on. You've got to believe that you'll always have everything you need. You've got to believe that God is on your side. Now the little soul's eyes opened very wide, and she asked the most surprising question. Who is God? Melvin, the guardian angel, looked down at the little soul and smiled the most angelic smile. Well, my little Megan, he whispered gently, you really have forgotten everything, haven't you? God is the one who put you here, and put me here, and put everything here. Really? The little soul asked. Well, where is she? Tell me more about her. Megan smiled again. Melvin smiled again. And they both smiled at each other. But just as he was about to explain all about God, Megan was being picked up and placed in someone's arms. Oh, this is wonderful, she squealed with delight. It feels so good to be held here. It feels just like I felt before, when I wasn't born yet. I would know that feeling anywhere. What's it called? And Melvin replied, It's called Mummy. And at that very moment, Megan felt a hand touching her face and a kiss planted right there on top of her head. Wow, what was that? She explained. And Melvin replied, That was Daddy. But what was that feeling? The little soul wanted to know. It's that feeling that I would know anywhere. What's that feeling that I felt when Mummy held me and Daddy kissed me? Love, her angel explained. That feeling is called love. Wow, that feels good. How can I get more of that? Asked Megan. Oh, that's easy, said Melvin. Just give it away. The little soul looked at her angel with a big question on her face. How do I do that? She asked. I don't know how to do that. Can you show me how? Can you? Can you? Megan pleaded, and she flashed the angel her biggest smile. Do you know what's amazing? Melvin began. You're doing it right now, just by the way you're looking up at me. Something as simple as how you look at people is a way you can give love away. Just a smile from you, Megan, is a wonderful gift that makes everyone very happy. And so, the little soul smiled at her mummy and her daddy. There, you see, Melvin cried. Now that made them feel wonderful. And that was no exaggeration. Megan's mummy and daddy were both filled with joy, and they smiled right back at Megan. Wow, when I do it to them, they do it to me, the little soul chimed in. Yes, Melvin nodded his head. That's another secret about life. What you do to others is done right back at you. You're really learning fast. This is fun, Megan decided. Are there any other ways to give love away? Melvin chuckled. There are so many ways, you can't even count them, he said. Hey, maybe that's what I can do while I have this body, said the little soul. I could spend this whole lifetime just learning how to love. You certainly could, Melvin agreed. And it was then that the guardian angel decided to teach the little soul about what it means to forgive. Because, you see, forgiving someone is one of the biggest ways to give love away. After Melvin helped her understand what forgiveness was, Megan cuddled in the arms of her mummy, with her daddy giving her hugs and kisses. She decided right then and there to forgive the nurse for all that cold water. Of course, she wasn't able to talk yet. So there was only one thing the little soul could think of to do to let the nurse know that Megan forgave her. And do you know what she did? That's right. She looked right at the nurse and smiled her biggest smile. Isn't that a wonderful story? Now you can smile too. I hope you enjoyed that story and received what you needed to. For me, my experience here in my body is to learn all the different ways to give love and to receive love and to be love. Love for myself and love for others and to others. One that I'm learning every day. Each day gives another opportunity to forgive, to accept, and to love. Breathing in, inhaling, exhale, inhaling, exhale. I hope that you're feeling relaxed, at ease, feeling gentle, knowing that you are loved, that you are love. Thank you. I do love you. Namaste. Till the next time. Goodbye.